Thank you, everybody, for coming. It means so much to me. There's a really amazing mix of family members and heads, and both. So it's really an honor to be here. I've never done a Hawaii event for any of my books. This is my third book, which I'll get into in a minute. So it means so much to me, especially to have all you guys here. And thank you so much to Ideas for hosting us. It really means a lot to me. It's been one of my favorite record stores for a long time. And Gumby, thank you so much for cooking. In fact, we get to eat Gumby's food and listen to him play records. That's as good as it gets to me. And thank you so much for hosting the event, Lulu. I really appreciate you. So can we all just give it up for a quick second to Miss Lulu for throwing the event?
The big ups are totally takeover for Ideas, Music and Books, for allowing us the space to create this community vibe and celebrate Moman. Third book is the Vol.2 of Moman is an Island, and we want to know every little detail about it. So welcome officially to your first book presentation in Hawaii. Ideas, Music and Books is honored to have you and to have the reggae community join to celebrate. And this release is sold out Volume 1 that I think we should give a little bit of context of that. But before that, we have to touch down on who are we talking about. And we are talking about Studio One, one of the most important historical labels out of Jamaica that have covered many styles, not one style of reggae music. So I will let you please introduce to us Studio One.
Yeah, so a lot of people ask me, why did I pick Studio One? And I listen to all eras of Jamaican music, like from current to the beginning of it in the 1960s. But Studio One to me is by far the most important record label and studio that has existed in the history of the country of Jamaica. So that's one of the reasons I focused on it. And its output is gigantic. Like Hawaii Public Radio had me on Wednesday, and they were asking me about the label. And some people say that they put out 15,000 songs, and some people say they put out 17,000. And considering it was started with so much less resources, it's pretty incredible. The only labels that would best that are massive, like corporate US labels with way more resources. So the fact Studio One not only recorded that much music, but also produced all the records themselves by the late 60s. They did the covers, the labels. They had their own pressing plant. Really like the do-it-yourself nature of the label also really like appeals to my do-it-yourself nature. So that's a really important point, that the label was just really an incredible in-house operation. It was also started around 1963 is when they started the recording studio. Everything in Jamaican history is somewhat debatable usually when it comes to numbers like that. But they started it in somewhere around 1963, and it was the first black-owned studio in Jamaica too. And it happened right around the time of the country's independence. So it's a particularly interesting cultural flashpoint too.
Thank you for touching down on the history and giving us the context of the content of your book. I would like to start asking you, how did you first started with this idea of gathering a Studio One guide for collectors? Big it up to collectors digging around the store right now.
So I'm 42 now. I'm originally from New York. I'm from Long Island, and I started DJing when I was like 16. And I've been DJing constantly since then. So I noticed over the years that as I was buying Studio One records, oftentimes on very little money, like the decision was like, should I get a burrito or should I get a Studio One record? It really mattered. Like if I went and bought a bunch of bad sounding records for $20, like there wasn't another $20 coming. So it really mattered to me to get records that I could play at house parties and at events. Like I've always really just bought records to play out for people to share. So I started writing notes for years. Like this project is a long time coming for me. I started writing notes probably 15 plus years ago. And then I And I just kept doing it. And I started writing notes of which Studio One records sounded better quality wise. The quality control is not like American records either. Sometimes, like for example, they grinded down and recycled records and made new ones with it. Like that would never happen in the United States quality control wise. So it's the quality of them varies a lot, right? So I was writing them all down, which sounded the best. And then my friends who DJ started to see it and were like, what the hell are you doing with all this information? Like, so it didn't start out as an intended project. It was just like my long running DJ notes.
Personal notes.
Yeah, and I'm from a fishing family in Long Island, and we have always kept logs, like records of our fishing sessions. So I think that's where like it bled out of that. Just like keeping DJ notes, and a lot of it, like now it's really well documented, like with Discogs and different sites, but the internet was weaker, like in the 2000s. So I started doing it, and then we have a small community record label, me and a couple of my friends out of Oakland, called Long Road Society, and Lisa, who's one of my oldest friends, like kind of my original creative partner, saw the project and was like, you need to do something with this. So then it became at first an online site. And both books are completely free online. Like I don't want there to be any barrier to the knowledge. So at first it was just a free, it was a website with the first book on it. Like it just started as a community project like that, and then people started requesting the printed version of it.
It's interesting to hear the devotion to music, not only to Studio One. And since we are there getting to know you a little more, maybe we should give a little more context of how many years you've been involved with collecting music from your parents to your generation.
Oh yeah, I've been at it my whole life. Like I was the guy who, like the record store would be like, we're closing, and I would still be listening to like CDs on the CD shelf. Like it's my family culture. Like I've been at it my whole life. My mom is a record nerd. My dad was a really crazy record nerd. So I definitely get it from them. And my dad was a really like exhaustive researcher, which I think I picked up from him to say the least. So they were both really into Jamaican music. And my mom like started buying Rocksteady records in this like late 60s, like in real time. My dad was buying records in real time from like the late 60s on, and they're both from New York, which is a huge geographical advantage. So I grew up with the music. Like it's part of my culture. It's our family culture. Like everyone in my family's obsessed with records.
Big up to the obsession of your family that led us to this day presenting your second book. So talking about volume 1 of No Man is an Island, when did it actually came to reality, and how many editions did you pass through before deciding it's enough, we're starting a volume 2?
Oh, well, the book was double the size, No Man is an Island 1, and everybody said it was ridiculous. Like there was logistics of it too, like shipping it and producing it at that size. Like it has to become a hardcover basically. So I wrote a lot of the second book at the same time as the first book. So at first they were going to be one book, and then I always intended to do a sequel. I just didn't intend the reception to like what I consider a really subjective niche book has been pretty unreal. So I never really even thought about printing it at first. And then one of my DJ friends who runs a sound system in Berlin, Toby, who goes by the Rhythm Ruler, he messaged me one day out of nowhere and was like, are you going to print the book? And people kept asking me that, and it's a big ask. Like, it's not that easy to just all of a sudden turn a website into a printed book. And he asked me that, and people had been asking me it. I didn't think of it. And he's like, well, I work at a printing press. Like, we could print the book. So it just, like, out of nowhere, it just kind of fell into place. And we were like, all right, so we got together and we're like, I think we could handle printing 500 of them and shipping them. My friends and I at the record label, and 500 of them sold in 48 hours. And we were pretty fucked, actually, because there was only 3 of us packing the books. So it's like you would want them to, like, it's a problem you would have, but you would want them to go a little slower than that. So then we were like, all right, we should print it again. And then we printed it again, and the same thing happened. And then we printed it a 3rd time. So we printed 3 runs of 500 of them, and it's not quite as fast, but it's sold out again. And I'm putting them through like our community record label. So there's a lot of people who want to put records out. So once you put something out, you're kind of like, you're moved to the back of the line. So the logistics of, like, we can only really put out 1 project at a time. So the logistics of that has prevented us from reprinting it again.
For those asking for volume 1 sold out, you have to wait maybe in case. As you mentioned, it's free online, same as this volume 2. For volume 2, before we start talking about, I'm gonna take advantage of our special guest who's also spinning after you today, Gumby, since he's more familiar and related to Studio 1 and to volume 1 and 2 of the book. He had already a peek. You also mentioned it at the beginning of this conversation, is the first time you present this book and the other one, any of them, in Hawaii. So how is the logistics of your presentations before this? Where have you presented the book?
So this book, so far, we've had a really incredible run. We started it off with a really proper sound system party in Oakland, like kind of where our whole creative community is. And one of my label mates, Patrick Murphy, his day job is he works and builds pianos, and he built the whole sound system by himself. It sounds amazing. So we had a really proper first book launch at my friend Lloyd's Records in Oakland. And then we got like 10 days off and went to Japan for what my friend called a pretty spirit-altering trip. And we played in Kyoto, Kyoto, Tokyo, and Nagoya. We played a variety of gigs, and that was incredible. And then I came back here, and you hit me up in like perfect timing. We had just got back from Japan, and it was just a really big honor for anyone who just got here for me to do a event in Hawaii, and having my family be from here and raising 2 kids here. It just feels really special. So I want to thank everybody. It means a lot to me.
I want to thank you for accepting. I was actually tracking your steps from Japan, waiting for you to come back and have this book presentation at Ideas. Now we are here, and I'm inviting to take the mic to Gumby to go deep into volume 1 of No Man Is an Island, since we already have the background context.
Oh, Gums is coming up? Well, this is an honor.
If you folks don't know, this guy's a fellow geek. We call it the Gognon, the geek of geeks and the nerds of nerds, you know? When it comes to music business. And I met you a few years ago, and I think through Maria, right?
Yeah.
And Nomad. And we bonded through Jamaican music, you know? And throughout the years, like, this guy just tripped me out because he would pull out tunes. I don't know where they came from, but just he was very deep into the music. And I read his first book, which he gifted to me. And the way the book was presented, it wasn't really from a historical viewpoint. It was more from a, how can I say? Because when it comes to any type of genre of music and reggae, and vinyl, there's different pressings. And in Jamaica, a lot of the pressings just happen to be crappy. You know, after the, I'd say, late 70s. But somehow his first book kind of was presented in a way where collectors like myself could get a glimpse of what the best quality press out of all the pressings were. And that was your intention, right?
Yeah, that was my intention. Definitely, like that's why the reaction has been pretty wild because I thought it was really like to me it was really kind of a like core, really like me or you, like a deep reggae nerd, but it does I think have enough facts about the record label and you know I tried to present it like it's almost like an art book. So I think that extends it, but yeah, it's especially the first book was definitely like really core Gognon.
Yeah, that thing was but that book was impressive, but the second book is like yeah, you're going off. It's like every single, not every single killer tune because there's so many out of the Coxswain camp, but it covers a huge amount of tunes that, I mean, most people don't go that deep into a label or into music generally, you know. So I gotta salute you on that, and I want to know, were there mistakes in your first book that you noticed that you corrected, that you wanted to correct in the second book, or just you wanted to approach it differently?
Yeah, there was definitely mistakes, and like through the editions of the book, I kept editing it, which I think was driving everyone a little crazy. It was part of it, but there's definitely it was a learning experience. Like I did the whole book myself. Like I designed it, I handled the printing, we distributed it. One of my best friends, who's like my sister, is my PR person. One of my best friends edited the book. Auahi, my wife, helped edit the book. So it was a really it was a really insular project, the first one. And then I feel like after I put the first book out, I ended up touring so much and meeting so many people for like 2 years afterwards that this one meets the title a lot more. The second one, No Man is an Island, like it had a lot more community engagement, which I feel like cuts down on the mistake potential. And you also know that like it's hard to find out concrete information about Jamaican music. Like you might think something is true and then someone comes through and tells you it's not true at all and you've already printed it. So the websites actually lend itself better in that regard because I can constantly update them like as I get information. The other difference is the second book I interviewed pretty much everybody who was part of Studio One who's alive. Like I interviewed Freddie McGregor, Sugar Minott before he died, Scientist multiple times. It went on. So I interviewed pretty much everybody I could think of, and that made a big difference. Like it got a lot of unique info and distilled kind of some myths about it. And I tried to really pack that book with information this time because the cost of manufacturing it was a lot more than the first book because of the pandemic and the way the price of I mean, you can barely get a sandwich for $20, so it's hard to make a book for $20. So that the price of it had to go up. So I really tried to pack it with information.
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty much a Bible.
Oh, thank you.
You know
That
what I
means
mean?
a lot from you.
Well, I just noticed that there's a lot of people kind of regurgitating history, regurgitating tunes, regurgitating shit, but there's originality in your books and your output and just your personality that I really appreciate, and
Oh, thanks.
I'm really happy with what you've been doing. And what's the next one coming up?
Channel 1.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah.
more. That's more in my lane.
Channel 1, yeah, is the next. I'm like really deep into it. Some of my loved ones, I think, are pretty exhausted by this project and might not want to hear about it right now. But then, yeah, I have it. It's like it's probably 75% done. The books are a series of 10 books. Like I have one that I'm working on Channel 1. I want to do one on Wackies. I'm going to do one on Hawaiian records that I want to have in English and Olelo. And then I'm going to do one on rock records. Yeah, I'm going to hopefully cover most of the genres I like by the time it's done.
That's awesome, man.
Maybe you should do the Mexican one, Uncle. I'll produce it for you. I'll make it for you in InDesign. Just bring it over in a folder.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much all the questions I have, because, I mean, you're a great friend of mine, and, I mean, we don't see each other as much as we used to pre-pandemic, but every time I see you, it just feels like we didn't skip a beat. So congratulations on your stuff, and more power to you, man.
Yeah, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
man.
And I really, I do want to say too that I just appreciate the community you guys are, building over here, especially you, Lulu. Like it really, I can be a tough person to get out of the house. So you really inspired me out of the house. So anyone who has trouble getting out of the house, you can appreciate that. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it's cool community vibes you're building over here.
Truly appreciate it. I actually got a text message from our dear friend Songbird, bigging me up for getting you out of the house. So for everybody watching and enjoying this online, we're recording and we are gonna share it. If you miss any part of this conversation, it's gonna be on Ideas, Music and Books brand new YouTube channel. You can enjoy in there the Q&A with director Jesse McAdang from the PBS documentary that just came out about reggae music, who is present right here. Big up for everybody making it for reggae culture. We're gonna continue going deep into Moman's Volume 2. Moman is an island book with his top 5 pick included in this book. So he's gonna be a listening, talking session about it. And then he's gonna play a whole hour set of strictly Studio One, followed by Gumby selections, also making a tribute to Studio One records. Tribute to reggae music today at Ideas, Music and Books. Big it up for yourself, community, for the love and presence tonight. Thank you very much.
The History of Hawaiian Reggae, is that the official title?
Is in Hawaiian hands.
In Hawaiian
the history
hands.
of reggae in Hawaii.
If anyone hasn't seen it yet, too, just big up yourself. I thought it was incredible. I learned a lot. I was like, I have to do some homework on. So I felt in that documentary was outstanding. So I'm looking forward to part 2 and 3. If anyone hasn't seen it yet, it's on PBS. You should check it out. It's really good.
You can find the link straight in the link in bio in our Instagram, also in the link description of that Q&A in our YouTube. You can find it everywhere if you happen to not follow yet PBS Hawaii. So Moman, are you ready for your top 5 of this book?
Yeah, you guys put me on the spot in a cool way because there's 170 songs in the book. It's not that easy. So, the first couple books, people kept asking me that question, like, what's your favorite tune? And I'm like, fuck, that's a hard question. It's a really hard question. So this book, I had thought about it ahead of time because I knew people were going to ask me, what's your favorite song? So this is my favorite song. It's by the Soulettes, Depon Dem. The Soulettes were Rita Marley's first group at Studio One. It's a cool mix, too, because it's a really rare record on the original, but it also really slays a house party. So this is my favorite song in the book.
I know
So that was Solet's Dependem. So I'm going to read it. So the Solet's Dependem is the type of tune that gets whispered about in collector circles, but will absolutely slay a house party. It's one of my favorite qualities about it. Very few DJs have this record, let alone play it with consistency. The only one I can think of is Scratch Famous. It's that coveted, only being cut on a pre-release blank with Jackie Opel's Time to Cry on the other side. You can count on a blowout auction at this point if one surfaces. A Dependem loosely translates to I'm on to them, the song being a cover version of Smokey Robinson and the Miracles' Choosy Beggar. A lot of people don't realize that it's actually a cover of a Motown song. And basically both songs are expertly crafted. They're begging to be played together. In 2012, 2 Wincox label pressings were produced from the original stampers, which sound alright but do have additional pressing noise. You can also get it. It was reissued on Studio One Women in 2005. Alright, should I go for number 2? One of the things you were saying earlier, too, that is amazing about Studio One is they produced records through every era of Jamaican music. Like, they started putting out, like, jump blues and ska in the 1960s, and the records came out until about 2005 or 2006. Like, that's a pretty incredible time frame to keep adjusting and putting out music, and a lot of people negate the later versions, like the songs from the 90s and 2000s don't get as much love, but after having DJ'd them for decades, then the 90s and 2000 ones kill a house party. They're amazing. So this one is actually from 1999. It's called K-Vibes, Frenemies.
Just like a aloes true, them bad mind, them have a sit in our shadow. Them laugh left to right, say them a crooked arrow. Smile with you today and turn them back on you tomorrow. People bitter true, your bread and butter will mash up your life and them want to see you suffer. We driving a Benz and you are driving over, mash up your life and them want come take over. We call them frenemies, or where we call them frenemies. So we call them frenemies, or where we call them frenemies. Now, they live in glass house and they flinging stone. Refuse to leave people business alone. Can't go forward cause they looking back, always wanting what you got. They grudge you for your house and they grudge you for your land. Grudge you for your life, true you have your own man. Grudge you for your car and they grudge you for your job. Yes, they even grudge you when they see you loving God. Frenemies, or where we call them frenemies. So we call them frenemies, or where we call them frenemies. Now, remember the days of lime and water. Cup of sugar for your neighbor wasn't nothing to offer. You helped my son and I help your daughter. Said those were the days of fun and laughter. Spun I, cherry be bounce king. Fall down on me face, but me must rise again. For God is not my enemy, yes, he is my friend. Again, where we call them frenemies, or where we call them frenemies. So we call them frenemies, or where we call them frenemies. Now. They live in glass house and they flinging stove.
Yeah, that's a seriously big tune. So that's K-Vibes, Frenemies, and here's what I write about it. Frenemies is a massive tune worldwide at revival nights. It's a true crowd favorite. K-Vibes solidified herself in the lore of Soundclash tunes with Frenemies, so much that she's still cutting specials of the tune to this day. one of the top late era Studio One tunes, if not the biggest, in part due to the fact that it's also over the massive Lenny Hibbert's Real Hot rhythm. A big up to Lenny Hibbert. That rhythm is really out of control. This version is cool too, but it's more like an alternate vocal take dubbed out. So a lot of people don't realize the B-side is a different version of the song. It's not actually an instrumental. It's like a dubbed out take. It's pretty tight too. The original pressing is from 1998. It's on a Studio One black and white label. So is the repress, but the OG has the Studio One mic logo on the top and considerably more track information on the left side. The original is more expensive than the second press, even though they sound almost identical.
Track number 3.
This is another late era one. This is from earlier in the 90s, like 96.
Sweet little woman of mine. Ooh, girl, to me, you know you look so fine. Girl, your loveliness is making me crazy. You've turned out to be a very fine lady. My surprise is that you would have someone like me. Baby, you've got my full undivided attention. And now I'm making a serious decision. I got your love now and forever, that is how it will be. You came along and made my future bright. Oh, you made me realize that there could never be another in the picture but you and me. That's the only way it could be. For our love to last long, we've got to be strong, we've got to be so strong. Please accept my love and devotion. The two of us, oh what a sweet sensation. I need your love until forever, and that's how it will be. Baby, in my life you're the feature attraction. There is no weather for a confrontation. Stick with me, we'll be happy, just you wait and see. Sweet little woman of mine. Ooh, girl, to me you know you look so fine.
So that's Glenn Washington, Sweet Little Woman. The original rhythm, it's on Albert Tomlinson, Don't Wait Around, is also a massive tune. But that's a later era Studio One song. Like, I'm 42, and that came out when I was in high school. The Glenn Washington had 2 records for Studio One. I don't know if anyone remembers them. One I think Norm has for sale over there, Wandering Stranger, and he had another one, Brother to Brother. And to me, like I say in here, it's a monstrous relic by one of the best voices in modern reggae. I'm a huge Glenn Washington fan. So I've been championing Glenn Washington since I was a youth. He's one of the standout Jamaican singers of the 90s and 2000s to me. Sweet Little Woman came out on 2 different pressing variations, both Studio One black and white labels, and both use the same stamper. The Studio One 90s mic label is considerably more scarce of the 2 variations. That's the one that's pictured. They both sound fine, play with minimal to no noise, and they knock. Washington delivers an absolutely stellar vocal cut on a rhythm that is begging to be run out. It really is. If you're feeling this tune, be sure to check out the 2 LPs that I just mentioned by Glenn Washington, Brother to Brother, which is from 96, and Wandering Stranger, which is from 2000. All right. Yeah, this was fun to do a top 5. Nice challenge, Lula. One of the things in the documentary, I don't know about you, that tripped me out was that the Bob Marley show here was like half empty. That was pretty wild. In the PBS documentary that he did, the Bob Marley show that happened here was not well attended. I think mainly because people didn't know the music is what they were saying, right? So one of the interesting parts about Studio One, for anyone who doesn't know, is that the reason it's often compared to Motown is because of how many people started at each label. Like Motown, pretty much every soul singer started there. It's pretty similar with Studio One. Like most of the popular crossover acts, Toots and the Maytals, Bob Marley and the Wailers, Burning Spear, for example, all started at Studio One. And there's a variety of Bob Marley and the Wailers songs in this book. A lot of them are from when they got their start at Studio One, and stylistically, they're really different. Like if you've only heard his 70s and 80s stuff that's popular, you'll see, like this was one of the biggest hits they had, Shame and Scandal, and it's really different than their later stuff.
Shame and scandal in the family. It's real. Shame and scandal in the family. Trinidad, there was a family. Much confusion as you will see. It was a mama and a papa and a boy who was grown. Wanted to marry and a wife of his own. Found a young girl, suiting him nice. Went to his papa to ask his advice. His papa said, son, I have to say no. That girl is your sister, but your mama don't know. It's real. Shame and scandal in the family. It's real. Shame and scandal in the family. The week went by and the summer came down. Soon the best cook in the island he found. He went to his papa, made a day. His papa shook his head and to him he did say, you can't marry that girl, I have to say no. That girl is your sister but your mama don't know. It's real. Shame and scandal in the family. It's real. Shame and scandal in the family. Went to his mama and covered his head and told his mama what his papa had said. His mama, she laughed, she says, go man go. Your daddy ain't your daddy, but your daddy don't know. It's real. Shame and scandal in the family. It's real. Shame and scandal in the family. It's real. Shame and scandal in the family. It's real. Shame and scandal in the family.
Yeah, so that's a good example of the earlier Studio One sound, which it's really different. It's very ska oriented. And I had no idea for years that Shame and Scandal was originally a calypso hit by Sir Lancelot and was adapted by Lord Melody in 1962. The Lord Melody version is most likely where the Wailers and other Jamaicans picked the tune up from. The original JA pressings, blanks on black and orange vinyl, and Studio One label copies and represses that follow, they all use the same stamper. So they all play pretty similar. They do have light static and intermittent noise on top of them pressings, but it's mostly drowned out, as you can see on that record, when the music gets going. Later 70s represses, it have another Wailers song on it, Dancing Shoes on the flip, not Ska Bellina, which is on the original. The rarest pressing of it certainly goes to the blank, which includes Theo Beckford's Going Home on the flip. The Island UK pressings don't play as loud or full and can sound a bit muffled, but there's less distortion on the highs. You also can get it on Heartbeat's compilation called The Toughest from 1996. It's a really big tune. So here's my last one from this top 5 challenge, which I probably thought about way too much. It's another modern record. And the modern records definitely weigh heavily in this top 5, but they really just they crush a party or a revival night. So this one is Dolly Man Trigger Happy, which I think is particularly relevant because the gun violence on this island is going up and up. There's no denying that. I'm an optimist, but that's the reality of it. So this is an anti-gun tune called Trigger Happy by Dolly Man.
Things is really changing. Everything is rearranging. Time is really changing, yeah. No trigger happy, rude boy don't trigger happy, no. Don't trigger happy, you will end up in a cemetery. No trigger happy, rude boy don't trigger happy, no. Don't trigger happy, you will end up like a duppy. Don't trigger happy, no, no, no trigger happy, no. Don't trigger happy, you will end up in a cemetery. Don't trigger happy, rude boy don't trigger happy, no. Don't trigger happy, you will end up like a duppy. True, you have your big guns and you bust them 24/7. Yes, and you are going like you rule earth hard and control heaven, but you know it can't work down here, no, no. No trigger happy, no, no, no trigger happy, hey. No trigger happy, you will end up in the cemetery. No trigger happy, no, no, no trigger happy, no. No trigger happy, you will end up like a duppy. The love is what you need in your heart and soul. The love is what you need it, my friend, before you grow old. You get up today, you fire your gun. You know the only thing you do is shoot your brother down. You get up today and you take up your knife. You gone out there, Lord, you take your brother life, eh? Oh, youth man, I am warning you, yeah. Shape up your plan. Don't be destructive. Don't mash up the world.
Big it up for Morgan, Moman, Nixon, and his top 5 of No Man is an Island, Volume 2.
Yeah, for anyone who just got here, I wanted to say thank you so much. It just means a lot to me to be playing a gig here and celebrating the book with friends and family. So just having raised 2 kids here, it just really means a lot to me. So thank you to everyone for hosting, and thank you to Gumby for cooking, and thank you to Lulu for being an amazing host, and thank you to Shirley and Norm for having us at Ideas.
The whole Ideas Music and Books team, Shirley the book lady, Norman the crazy vinyl guy and music selector. Big it up to Kevin on the comics area and all the Ideas family. You're always welcome. You're open every day, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we're extending today because right now we're going to continue with strictly Studio One selections by writer and vinyl collector Moman, followed by Gumby, keeping it up with Studio One selections. Keep enjoying.
Thank you again, everybody.
If I was you, I wouldn't leave the store today without your copy of the book because we almost sold out already of the few copies available. If you have it already, Moman is going to be available to sign it right after his DJ set. Welcome again.
I'll sign them anytime, especially for you. So anyone, it really doesn't matter your political affiliation, which I'm not going to get into, but it's a pretty fucked up place out there right now. So I'm not going to keep talking, but the first song I am going to play is in honor of the U.S. government. It's called Mad World.
It's a mad world we live in today. It's a mad world we live in today. Won't somebody please hear my plea? Take me by the hand and
So just a quick, I made some mixes that are free. Anybody can feel free to grab one. They're all songs from the book. So there's a bunch of CDs here. You can grab one for free. There's also free food by the Don Jaji over there. And then there's some beers and seltzers for anybody who wants one.
You better get uptight and don't be square or warfare.
I saw you, fella. I don't like you.
try to find a way of mercy. Mr. Percy, tell me out on the street. Mr. Percy, final chance, have mercy. Can't find anything to me, have mercy. Another day now, Mr. Percy, can't you see right now? Oh, give me another day so I can try to find a way. Give me another day so I can try to find a way. Don't turn me out on the street now. Manager, have mercy. Final thing to me, have mercy. Don't turn me out right now. Can't you see? Oh, can't you see? Have mercy, Mr. Percy.
Sitting in the morning sun,
mean it, girl. Maybe you wanna give me kisses, please, but only for one night, now, please. And maybe you'll go away and never call, and it takes the funny words than none at all. In that case I don't want to believe that would only break my heart. Oh, but if you feel like loving me when you got the notion, second that emotion. If you feel like giving me a lifetime of devotion, I second that emotion. Maybe you think that love will tie you down, and you don't have the time to hang around. And maybe you think that love was made a fool, and so it makes you wise to break the rule. In that case I don't want no more. Would you believe that would only break my heart? Oh, but if you feel like loving me when you got the notion, I second that emotion. If you feel like giving me a lifetime of devotion, I second that emotion.
Let's stop the you're roaming the street, you're the woman that you hurt is yourself. So little lady, pull over and slow things down. Through the passage of time, you're gonna be like a stock on the shelf. So little lady, pull over and settle things down. You're like a woman in the marketplace, getting paid for a body and a face. Like we will wink you through the town. Every man in and out of your town, your little daughter keeps learning. Your angry son, it's a shame. So many fingers are pointing. You are the talk of the town. So while you're roaming the street, you're the woman that you hurt is yourself. So little lady, pull over and slow things down. Wait up, through the passage of time, you're gonna be like a stock on the shelf. So little lady, pull over and settle things down. Wait up, long cigars, men with big shiny cars, doesn't make you a woman or a star. Living home for a day times the week. Aren't you tired of playing hide and seek? Today you're flexing with Simon, tomorrow Steve is the one. But you can never be a lady, live in the world of a man. No way, so while you're roaming the street, you're the woman that you hurt is yourself. So little lady, pull over and slow things down. Through the passage of time, you're gonna be like a stock on the shelf. So little lady, pull over and settle things down. And education is a cool 9 to 5. That is the only way to keep up alive. No, we really wink it to the town. Every man in and out of your town, your little daughter keeps learning. Your younger son is a shame. So many fingers are pointing. It's time to change up your plan. Woman, go while you're roaming the street, you're the woman that you hurt is yourself. So little lady, pull over and settle things down. Wait up, through the passage of time, you're gonna be like a stock on the shelf. So little lady, pull over and slow things down. Slow it down. Way down, way down. Slow it down. Way down, way down. An education with a cool 9 to 5. That is the only way to keep up alive. No, we really get to the
You are the one who helped me start my life over again. Do you know you're my only friend? Boy, been loving you for a long, long time. Can't seem to get you off of my mind. Seem you've cast a spell on me, baby. I'm giving ISIS to Jah, who has blessed me with a lovely little one like you. Who God bless, no man curse. And jealous people, they were hoping things would turn out the worst. But I'm a survivor, and I'm so glad you're in my corner. I've had my eyes on you now, baby, wishing and hoping you'll feel that way too. Always wanted to be your man, 'cause there is so much attraction. I need your full undivided attention. And if your love is a virus, then I'm infected and I know that's the way it's got to be. 'Cause I'm a survivor, and this your love, it goes on forever. Yes, I'm a survivor. I'm gonna love you till the 12th of never. I'm a survivor, and I'm so glad you're in my corner. Yes, I'm a survivor. I'm gonna love you till the day I die. I'm a survivor. Ooh, been loving you for a long, long time, hoping that one day you'll finally be mine. It seems you've cast a spell on me. Baby, I'm giving Isis to Jah, who has blessed me with a lovely little one like you. And do God bless, no man curse. Jealous people, they were hoping things would turn out the worst. But I'm a survivor, and I'm so glad you're in my corner. Yes, I'm a survivor, and this your love and it goes on forever. I'm a survivor.
Can we have a hand for Mr. Moman? Big congrats to my good friend. He's a Studio One specialist, just a music geek in general. Respect for everybody who turned out. I'm gonna continue on the Studio One route, but my first tune we're gonna play is not a Studio One. I mean, the rhythm is technically Studio One, but I think it's one of the best live performances over a Studio One rhythm, called The Answer. And this is a DJ they call The Principal. He only has one LP, very hard to find, called Waterloo. But this is a great performance from The Principal. He was DJing on a sound system called Black Star International out of Jamaica. So listen.
Young madam little yellow style. I want you to boom style. King call the answer. Jimmy Tiller, answer Papa Star. Answer Papa Star. Hey, Star with international hub. Star on the owner for the yard. Cause if we party now we yard, don't feel bad out abroad. Party now we yard, don't feel bad out abroad. Answer Papa Star. Answer Papa Star. Hey, B off the black, Mr. S off the star. I'm the international. J off the job, and G for Gumby, and I'm P off the principal. Hey, I want a crucial edition. Great. Answer Papa Star. Answer Papa Star. G all of the sound of the bow and salute. All of the sound of the bow and salute. In my style I see it like a in a parachute. You're the principal, it means a militant youth. In my bow and salute. Hey, answer Papa Star. Answer Papa Star. Yeah, yeah, man. Star International Hall. Star on the owner for the yard. The principal Jack on the name the public call. Now some producer will charge them for from. Yeah, me till you see the answer. Do it! I think the answer. Yeah, my star. Yeah, my star that cure fever, it cure cancer. Style cure the fever, it cure the cancer. Gonna enter your canaba in a lancer. Show them this a dance man and you have a sponsor. Answer Pop Star. Oh, Black Star, I give them problem. Ain't money, yeah, me say. Nothing more than them, more than them, more than them. In the moon, more than them, more than them, more than them. You see, more than them, 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 more than them. The principal, ain't bad little lady, what's up?
a man's face, but you don't know his thoughts. Everywhere you go, there's a man to say love. But never, 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 never take it to heart. For your heart is your heart, and your thoughts is your thoughts. So don't mix love with hatred. For your heart is your heart, and your thoughts is your thoughts. So don't mix love with hatred. You see a man's face, but you don't see his heart. You see a man's face, but you never know his thoughts.
He's a lucky thing I never get, sweet lady. He's a lucky thing I never get, sweet lady. And started to run, 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 I will never run away. And started to run, 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 I will never run away. Do you hear? Never run away. Never run, never run, never run away. They and them that skate high, they will feel so nice, so nice. They and them that fight against high.
Respect the moment.
You should see them rejoice until I to run, to run.
We don't run when it comes to the music business.
Run away.
Career original. Long time. 4 decades straight.
Do you hear? Never run away. Never run, never run, never run away. I never, never run away.
Just take these chains away and set me free. Remove me out of bondage and we'll agree. Too long I've been a slave, I wanna be no more. I'd rather dig my grave than be locked behind the door. I wanna help myself, be an independent man. I don't want no one to give me anything I have. Whether you're black, whether you are white, I don't give a damn. I just wanna be all around. No more. I'd rather dig my grave than be locked behind the door.
When it comes to Studio One, out in LS Rule, listen.
If you want my love, just hold me. If you want my attention, just show me. The tears all from my eyes. Why must we for tears in my eyes? The people tumbling, 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 tumbling down. If you want my tender kiss, just hold me. And if you want my presence, just
Ellis selection.
As I picked my best to leave, thought he would start to cry. Stood around my room and leave. The other girl in his time acted like I was the last thing on her mind. I would like to slow I just wanna change my mind. As I took one step, walked the open door, going on the time. Oh Lord, I just didn't want to go. She didn't give me no sign, nothing that could make me change my mind.
Jackie me too. My favorite singer coming up. Who happen to have the same birthday as I and I. Sing. Respect to Sleepy. We're not easy. We lick them.
Every tongue shall tell on the day when the Lord comes again to judge everyone for the wrong they have done and all the lies they have told on that day, that dread day. All your backsliders and all your false prophets, where will you go on that day, that dread day? Oh, what a day, oh, what a day, when every eye shall behold the one and the true one. All shall tremble like the leaves on the trees on that day.
Down there, whoa, in the tenement yard, in the tenement yard. If it's not one thing, it's another. Down there, in the tenement yard, in the tenement yard. Down in the ghetto where the living is so hard. Get up every day and everybody a drag yard. Some pick your clothes, some steal your shirt. Some tell you say you have to learn to shut your mouth. In the tenement yard, down there, in the tenement yard. Whoa, living in a tenement you got to be smart. Don't get too broad too quick, you bound to get a lick. If you slip you slide, don't lose your pride, just get up quick. Want it, can't get it, no want it. Just because there come a time when you're gonna make it. Down there, in the tenement yard. Whoa, if it's not one thing, then it's another. Down there, in the tenement yard. Whoa, whoa. Where the living is so hard. Get up every day and everybody a drag yard. Some pick your purse, some steal your shirt. Some tell you say you have to learn to shut your mouth.
Think out.
foot rock. So youth man, take off them music there and forward this rock foot rock. We back. Shout it down. You know. Rock, rock, rock. I got the beat back. So when the people stop, the king of sound was back. Good guys. Shop that. You know. Whole lot of stuff, you know. And that he don't blow. From the top I say, rock, road, rock. Each and every day. I got the rock it up. I got the shock it up. We rock. Good time.
People are talking that this world is about to be rough. But is it really a fact? Long time I say we don't have no nice time. 400 years has been such a long time. So help me, Jaja. Nobody gonna stop me now. Nobody gonna stop me now. Brimstone and fire, don't you lose control. Let this land be free as the birds and all the bees. So help me, Jaja. People are talking bad. This world is about to be rough. But is it really a fact? Long time I say we don't have no nice time. 400 years has been such a long time.
This next one of my all-time favorites from Studio One. Mad Lads.
No matter what I do, yeah, I'm still on with you. Oh, change to one, change to one. There's no difference in what they say. My heart's got the same old way. I just can't win your loveliness, I guess. My heart until you made for being what I am. I just can't help myself. I just can't help myself. Your love is all I crave. That's why strangely I behave, knowing that I never share your love. I love lost, and it said never be gone. Never be gone.
King Carter, Frozen Soul. The original blueprint for Sublime, Jailhouse. This is Bob Marley, but I think it's more Bunny Whalers.
Jailhouse keeps empty, Rudy gets healthy, button sticks get shorter. Oh yeah, Rudy gets taller. Can't fight against the youth now, 'cause it's wrong. Youth are good, Rudy. Can't fight against the youth now, 'cause he is strong. Addiction, then Pico Agolingua. Oh yeah, them are rude Pico. Then Pico Agolingua. Them are rude Pico. Shake her one time for me, sir. Right now, she a rude Pico. Shake her one time for me, sir. Right now, she a rude Pico. The message, we gonna rule this land. Oh yeah, we gonna rule this land. Come on, children. Right now, we gonna rule this land. Right now, we can't fight against addiction. Right now, we can't fight against addiction.
let's go to Zion. Let's go to Zion. Let's go to Zion. I'm going home. Zion is the only place where there is love and harmony. Zion is the only place where there is justice and equality. So let's go to Zion. Let's go to Zion. Let's go to Zion. I'm going home. Going home. Yeah. Rasta never let you down in Zion. Zion is a holy place, yes, Zion. That's why I'm going home to Zion.
Like I said, Studio One style. This kind of music we're not new to, you know. Almost 40 years we've been into this.
And harmony.
Ain't new to this, man.
Yeah.
Auto tunes we played in Pala.
Maybe you are leaving, maybe you're just warming, but I know that something is gonna matter, 'cause I see, girl, I see the danger in your eyes telling me, oh girl, I don't want to see you cry, no, 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 no. La la la. What is the matter? Have you found another? I'll have to go back to my dear old mother, 'cause I see, girl, I see the danger in your eyes telling me, oh girl, I don't want to see you cry. No, 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 no. I see the danger in your eyes, girl. Loving you and being with you, that's how I know. So don't you try to tell I that it ain't so. Darling, I won't lie. So make up your mind. Ain't no better time. What's still on your mind, girl? When you see the writing on the wall, so happy I'm telling you, by the way you are, it's gone.
Run Babylon. So you know run.
Run Babylon,
Rastaman a come.
run Babylon,
Rastaman a come.
run Babylon,
Run, you better run.
run Babylon.
Run as fast as you can. You eat and drink out the poor Rastaman. I know you come to destroy the man, but Rastaman a dread man. So
Run Babylon,
Rastaman a come.
run Babylon,
Rastaman a come.
run Babylon,
Run, you better run.
run Babylon,
Run as fast fast as you can. Even though you have no force, Rastaman have his plan. The Rastaman a dread man. So run Babylon. Rastaman a come. Run Babylon. Rastaman a come. Run Babylon. Run, you better run. Run Babylon. Run as fast as you can. So you now run. Run myself, run. Run Babylon. Rastaman a come. Run Babylon. Rastaman a come. Run Babylon.
And I, son of the Most High, Jah Rastafari. Our heart shall correspond and beat in one harmony. Sounds from the burning spear.
No door people shall ever enter this Ola land. Coming from my man Jaji, look at him.
Two people shall not enter. These are Ola land. Be walking on a tree monster. Sipping from the cup of peace. Chant down a Babylon, chant down Babylon. Chant down a Babylon, chant down Babylon. Give thanks and praise. Give thanks and praise. Give thanks and praise. Give thanks and praise to the whole man of creation.
trust in the Lord shall be as Mount Zion that will not be removed but abideth forever. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, it's true. Oh, yeah, yeah, it's true.
Sounds of the sound dimension. Voice of Barry Brown.
Look, my brothers, look what you see is going on. How many youths has been tribal war. Killed by Babylon, ignorant, innocent been born. Some is going to the west, oh yes, some is going to the north. Some is going to the south, some is going to the far east. Far east, far east, oh yes. Now my brothers and sisters, you better listen to me. Stop your work foolish fighting, it's much more but we are losing. We've got to walk upright, oh yes, we've got to see the light. Some is going to the west, oh yes, some is going to the north. Some is going to the south, oh yes, some is going to the far east. Far east, far east, oh yeah. Now my brothers and sisters, you better listen to me. Stop the word foolish fighting, it's much more but we are losing. We've got to walk upright, oh yes, we've got to see the light. Some youth is going to the west, oh yes, some is going to the north. Some is going to the south, oh yeah, some is going to the far east.
Think out a version. This is my last tune after that. Special request to Moman.
Look my brothers, look what you see is going on.
You gotta respect everyone doing their works in Hawaii. Putting in the work for jam music, reggae music. I'd like to congratulate Moman once again on his wonderful third accomplishment. Big up to the man Moman. Respect is due. Respect to my Jamaican brethren Paul. Him soon fought back to New York. Respect is due. But I'm a true born yard man about ya. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is don't let anybody ever hold you down from what you love. Willie William!
Well, can't stop now.
Don't let them try to hold you down. They can't. Fuck them.
No one's gonna stop us now. We're moving on. Yeah. No one's gonna stop us now. Gotta be strong. Gotta move along. We're moving on. Yeah. And I know some people, they have a negative vibe, and all they do is just sit and criticize, instead of joining in just to help a situation. They say no, it's a violation. No one's gonna stop us now. I know they can't. Gotta move on up, yeah. Moving on, yeah. No one's gonna stop us now. No. Gotta move on up, yeah. Moving on, yeah. And if you take a minute just to realize that it's only the strong that survive. So if you're listening or moving to the sound, say thanks to the Father in a positive sound by singing, no one's gonna stop us now. Oh no, they can't. We're on the move. Gotta move on now. We're moving on.
stop us. Gotta be real positive, strong love. Now, we're moving on. Yeah. So let them talk and let them understand that this is just a part of my master's plan. 'Cause I still know some people, and I still know they got the negative vibe. 'Cause all they wanna do is just sit and criticize. But I know that no one's gonna stop us. No, we gotta move on up, gotta move on up. We're moving on, yeah. No one's gonna stop us. Gotta move on strong, yeah. Gotta move on up.
Well, folks, I guess this concludes Mahalo Nui to everybody who came. Mahalo Nui to Shirley and Norm, the sheriff. Ideas, originally known as jellies, from a long time. Respect is due. Respect to all brethren and sisters out there. Respect to all yard man. Respect to all Hawaiian. How we do it. Respect to my wife, my beautiful wife out there. 'Cause she's making it happen. This is the second of many more things to come for the community.